Kia and Hyundai, they're about to do exactly what General Motors and Ford, and frankly Mercedes as well, did for Tesla during the Super Bowl. They simply generated thousands of new sales for Tesla with their own cash, their own marketing spend. That is exactly what is about to be repeated. It's bizarre that they didn't learn their lesson and they continue to make this very unusual mistake. Rather than spending money for Tesla to get more sales, why would they not spend it on getting their own sales? And they can do it. They just haven't worked out how to do it yet. But I'm going to tell you how they can do it and why it's so strange that they're choosing not to. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans and I'm coming to you from Newcastle in Australia. Normally I'm in Melbourne in Australia. That's the southernmost state of Australia. But today, or this week, I've been here for a holiday with my family, just to see some other family and also to do something different, go to the beach, which is why I'm so red. I've been in the sun, out surfing or trying to surf, having a good time with my boys. So General Motors have confirmed they've signed a contract to advertise their electric cars at the Super Bowl. Again, they're going to be doing it again this year and next year. They've got a multi-year contract. Ford are actually saying they think it's a stupid idea. In fact, Jim Farley's CEO, he literally did say this. He said, if you're advertising EVs at the Super Bowl that you don't have in stock, then you're an idiot. He used something like that. He said idiot or moron. I don't remember what it was, but you get the point, right? Because Jim himself is very well aware of the phenomenon called the Super Bowl effect. I'll tell you what the Super Bowl effect is in just a moment. But here the thing is that I don't understand. Kia and Hyundai, who just received the award for being the worst dealerships in America to go to, seriously, from 36,000 people. Anyhow, they have decided that once again, they will pay massive amounts of money to advertise during NFL games and do lots of advertising in the US, but in particular, to pay a huge sum of money to advertise their electric cars during the Super Bowl this year. And don't get me wrong, I love the Super Bowl. I'll be watching. In fact, I love NFL for some bizarre reason, but I do. But the thing is, rather than spending the money on actually increasing production or speeding up production in order to have cars available for sale, because obviously Hyundai and Kia's sales in the US have tanked since the IRA bill, which now means that their cars don't qualify for the $7,500 incentive, and much of the competition does, which was the opposite in the past when GM and Tesla's vehicles didn't qualify and Kia and Hyundai's did. It now means they're at a huge disadvantage, and customers are already not buying the Ioniq 5 and the EV6 and other EVs from those brands because they don't like the fact that they're missing out on the $7,500 credit. We've seen sales of Kia and Hyundai EVs go down consistently ever since that incentive was removed. Now the thing is, Kia and Hyundai know this. They're well aware of the fact that they're not going to be able to sell a lot of EVs in the US over the next 2 years or 3 years until they start producing EVs in the United States. But instead, they continue to spend money on marketing rather than investing it in production. To me, that's a strange thing. It's like putting the cart before the horse. But what I find most bizarre is that Kia and Hyundai don't seem to be aware, and even General Motors as well, of what happened at the Super Bowl last year. It's now known as a phenomenon. It's in fact a phenomenon that's being studied in marketing classes at colleges in the United States right now. I mean, maybe not today, but you get the point. Now, as in, it's so interesting that some colleges in the US decided it was something that their students needed to know about. The Super Bowl has a huge audience, massive. This is why many automakers choose to spend huge sums of money on advertising during the event, but generally for products they actually have in stock. However, Tesla has decided not to do this at all. It doesn't spend money on advertising, pretty much period. It spends a little bit in China on sort of indirect advertising, but in general, it doesn't spend money on advertising. It lets other companies do the work for it. True. Now, what's surprising to some is the fact that Tesla's sales during the Super Bowl saw a massive increase, in fact, a 10-fold increase for a couple of weeks, and that was borne out in its quarterly earnings report. Tesla has referred to this as the Super Bowl effect, In fact, Tesla's traffic was insane on its website during that period of time, higher than ever. The gross orders on 13th of February, as the day after the Super Bowl, were higher than those on any other day in 2022, period. Many EV manufacturers displayed their ads during the Super Bowl. In fact, many car manufacturers displayed their ads for electric cars that they didn't even have in stock during the Super Bowl. In fact, this number was higher than ever before. BMW, Kia, Nissan, General Motors, and Hyundai all advertised their EVs during this period of time, even though not much stock was available. Now, interestingly, new car brand Polestar, sort of a sister brand of Volvo, showed their first ever Super Bowl advertising in 2022, so they thought it was a valuable spend. Besides this, Wallbox, which is an electric charging equipment company, also displayed its ad at the 2022 Super Bowl. How did Tesla benefit from these ads which weren't actually advertising Tesla's products? Well, they were advertising a brand, and that brand is electric cars. As one would not expect, all these EV ads reminded customers of just one company, Tesla. This was evident from the fact that despite not displaying any ads during the event, the sales of Tesla's products soared in the days and even the weeks afterwards. And that was in spite of Tesla actually raising the prices of their cars, and also those vehicles not being available for the $7,500 incentive when many of their competition did have that credit still available for consumers. Tesla has become synonymous with electric vehicles throughout the world. When someone says electric car, they often just think Tesla. This means that the company has been able to set itself up as a distinctive brand in the world of EVs. What makes it impossible to beat Tesla is the fact that the automaker has refrained from traditional advertising for its vehicles. And this is a huge advantage for Tesla. The money it saves from the Tesla marketing is spent on R&D into actually improving the product. Tesla vehicles keep getting better with time. Have a look at the weight of a Tesla EV, compare it to the competition. Have a look at the battery size of a Tesla EV, and for the same range provided, compare it to the competition. Tesla's winning those two races by a pretty significant margin when it comes to mass manufacturing cars such as the Model 3 and the Model Y. Tesla's zero spend on advertising is a blessing in disguise. Generally, I wouldn't say this. I have an advertising and marketing background, and I think marketing is very valuable. In fact, American companies spend more on marketing than any other country in the world per capita. Tesla not marketing its products, in fact, this isn't really true. They do market their products, but not paying to market their products like other automakers was recently highlighted by Stock Apps in its report. According to this report, the company has never spent a single dollar on advertising. Every time a new technology is launched by Tesla, it automatically draws attention, and bloggers fill the internet with the recent innovation of the company. This automatically brings the company to the limelight, mitigating the need for any form of Tesla marketing. Now, this can bite the company in the behind. I mean, obviously, negative press about Elon Musk, and obviously people, wanting to talk about Tesla in negative ways to try and bring the company down has also affected them negatively. Obviously, if it bleeds, it leads, in particular when it comes to Tesla. If a Tesla car crashes, it's all over the news. If a General Motors car crashes, absolutely nobody knows about it. However, there are dedicated websites and YouTube channels that disseminate information about Tesla and its products, particularly just focusing on the Tesla brand. Now, other brands do have this, but nowhere near to the degree that Tesla does. As a result, the company does not need to spend a lot of money promoting its products during expensive peak hours or by paying to promote those products. But YouTubers are often doing it for them. Some people believe that the reason why Tesla doesn't advertise its products is that the company already has a long list of orders. But that's not actually true. They haven't always had a long list of orders. By expending its budget on ads, the delivery of actual product will be delayed, which might tarnish the company's image. That's the problem here. Advertisers are going to the Super Bowl, spending money on ads, and then not being able to deliver a product. That, in my opinion, does more harm for the image of the brand than it does good. And this is very true. It might not be true in your particular state, but it's very true when you actually look at the availability of most electric cars in most countries around the world. In my opinion, the perfect recipe for success is production and R&D. Rather than wasting the money on marketing, get other people to do the marketing for you. And then you can just spend that money you would have otherwise spent on making the product better. I think 2023 is going to be an incredible year for Tesla. We're going to see some interesting innovations that I've been talking about on this channel come into their cars, and it's going to make a huge difference to Tesla's product and even to their sales. That's the reason why, even though everyone's sort of running away from Tesla stock right now, I'm jumping in. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Bye-bye.